I just wanted to share that story. That's a childhood story. Gemini, empty promises and lack of cash may put a damper on your plans. Your mate needs extra attention and is feeling rather insecure when you're not in sight. Don't you? Best to work late in order to avoid such disharmony. All right, here's the thing, Gemini. Unfortunately, you're in a relationship with somebody who needs to do a whole lot of self-work. They got to do a lot of work on themselves. Because if they are feeling insecure when you're not in their sight, how do you do anything? Heck, how do you go pee? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to be in that relationship. I just wouldn't, because that would drive me insane. Like, if I had to constantly reassure you that we're good, that would drive me away. I'm not telling you to go anywhere, Gemini. I'm just saying, for me, that would drive me away because I don't have that type of time to constantly reassure you that we're good. You got to at some point know we're good. If you are that person that needs to be constantly reassured, you got work to do on yourself, my friend. A lot of it. So get to it. Cancer, you regret every word for some time to come. Exercise programs will be effective. Get into fitness programs to keep in shape. Your ambitious mood may not go over well with loved ones. All right, listen, it's your mood, Cancer. If it's your ambitious mood, and as long as it's not hurting anyone, and it's your ambitious mood, and they don't get it, then they don't get it. Listen, it's you. Do your thing. Long as you're doing things for good, not for harm, do your thing. They have to get over it. They just have to get over it. That's all. Leo, luck is with you regardless of the financial venture. Don't hesitate to go ahead with any plans for entertainment. If they're really interested, they'll wait. Let me say that part again, Leo, because somebody need to hear that. Look, if they really like you like they say they do, they will wait. If they're really interested to work with you like they say they'll wait. If they don't wait, then they weren't really interested at all. Because here's the thing. Right now, trying to make something happen right now, it's still a lot that's going to go along with that. And so they got to be able to wait. If they can't wait now, they won't be able to wait later. I'm just saying. Ooh, that's like an inspirational moment. If they can't wait now, they probably won't wait later. I'm just saying. Virgo, get involved in groups that are creative in nature. Try to curb overindulgence today. Your diplomacy will be of the utmost importance. All right, look. We all have a tendency to overindulge. And by today being Beer's Eve, I know somebody's going to overindulge in beer. Don't do that because you could get too much beer in your system and cause harm. You don't want to do that. Don't overindulge in food either. You don't want to do that either. So I know you want to overindulge. Not today. Do not do that. All right, Virgo? All right. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies. Stay tuned.
Sure, we had fun tonight. You and me felt alright. But it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while. Me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been to hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. out on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been through hell before. So hold on to now hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So hold on to hold on to my heart.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you Daily Horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. You will be looking for creative ways to make a little extra cash. Changes in your home will be positive. You may want to tell someone how you really feel. Look, it's so many ways out there right now for Libra to make extra cash. I can't even begin to give you how many ways. It's so funny because I was in a meeting on Tuesday with the Congresswoman Lucy McBath and the U.S. SBA administrator. Her name is Isabella Guzman. She came from Washington, and we were in a meeting, and I got to ask questions and hear answers and things like that. And one of the topics was workforce development. That was a big topic, right? Because right now, people have discovered these side hustles can turn into real business. They started out using them to make extra cash. Now they have turned them into real live businesses. And so trying to put a workforce in place for manufacturing and restaurant work is a problem. That's because people have figured out, Libra, that you can make a little extra cash, but you can actually turn those side hustles into full-blown businesses. So my thoughts to you is to go out there, do your homework, just click on side hustles, listen to side hustle stories. It's so many. Originally I was gonna go into the courier business, and it's still not off my plate totally. There's still some things I think about in that space because I got a good idea about something I want to do, which I had pitched to some people that actually thought was a great idea, and I just didn't kick it off because I got involved with something else. But they're courier services. Right? Because they can't find drivers. Amazon is cutting people. They got Walmart that's got its own drivers for food now. It's side hustles, extra cash, they're out there, Libra. Just do your homework. It's so many. So many. Scorpio, get involved in groups and organizations that are of distinguished nature. Talk to employers in order to promote your career objectives. Someone you work with could try to undermine you. Okay, listen. Watch your back, Scorpio. They smile in your face and all the time they want to take your place. Them backstabbers, you know who they are. And you may not. Just watch yourself. Watch what you say to people. Let me tell you something. In the space I'm in right now, I am learning you don't know who to trust. I feel like I'm on an episode of Scandal. Almost, I'm like, what in the world? What? When I was just a regular entrepreneur, doing my regular little show, trying to build my business, it was different. And maybe it wasn't different. I just didn't see behind the scenes until I went behind the scenes. And when I tell you, oh my goodness, I need to write a story about just everything. Like, anyway, I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but you'll find out in a minute when I get to the story. Sagittarius, your pilgrimage may end up being fruitless. Insincere gestures of friendliness may be misleading. You can travel for business or pleasure. Watch your back. Watch your back. Watch them people. They smile in your face. They're trying to take your place, Sagittarius. I just told Scorpio the same thing, right? They're just being sincere, trying to be friendly because they're trying to mislead you. So don't be so gullible, Sag. Do not. Capricorn, you may have more to do with children today. Keep an open mind. You may not want to spend time around family or home. You can change your living arrangements. What's going on with you, Capricorn? You don't want to be around your family or your house? You want to change? What? You need to move out? What's happening? Listen, before you do anything drastic, make sure you know what you're doing. That's all I'm going to say. Can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying think it through. Think it through. Think it through. That's all I'm going to say, Cap. Aquarius, You won't be admired at home if you haven't been taking care of your share of the work. Don't start any arguments unless you are prepared to accept irrevocable results. Try a barbecue a day at the beach. Sounds amazing. Listen, a barbecue. Now, I'm not about the day at the beach now. I'm not a beach person. I went to Miami, was it last year? No, I don't think it was last year. Where did I go was it last year? Anyway, I went to Miami with my daughter for her birthday. And when I tell you I'm just not a beach person, one, I do not like sitting on the hot sand. I don't like the sand on me. I don't like the heat. So me in beaches, not really. I sit on now listen, I don't mind sitting by the beach where I don't have to be on the sand, where I don't have to be in the sun. I'm good with that. But on the beach, in the sand, in the sun, nah. And I ain't going in the water because I'm afraid, because I can't swim. So a day at the beach for me means I'm sitting under shade, drinking a peach Bellini, with my hat on, my sunshades. I'm not in the sun. I'm not on the sand. I'm good. That's a day at the beach. The water's flowing. I like that. That's beautiful. That's a day at the beach for me. I don't know what it is for you, Aquarius, but that's my day at the beach. All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, visit friends or relatives you don't get to see very often. It might be a time for you to take a quantum leap from one career to another one. All right, now, quantum leapers. You can make new friends who could turn into intimate connections if you join clubs or take creative courses. All right, look, I'm just going to stop right there. All right, fish, that's not for you that are in situationships. That's for the single fish. Don't you go taking no new class because you're trying to make an intimate connection. Don't be joining no clubs because you're trying to make an intimate connection. If you are in a situationship, if you're single, do your thing. Do your thing. Have a good old time. Take a course, learn something new, find new love. That's for the single folk fish, not for you. In the meantime, focus on your career and take that quantum leap. It's that time. It's about that time, baby. I don't know about y'all, but I'm taking quantum leaps all over the place. Yes, I am. I'm listening. I'm setting the intention. I'm quantum leaping right to $1 million in the next 6 months. Straight to the top. Bam! Knocking it right open. Yes. All right, that's all I got for you today. I'll be back again on Monday to bring you more of the horoscopes. Brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thomas. Now let's get on to some news you can use. So Governor Brian Kemp vetoes bill giving lawmakers role in university tuition. Yep. Kemp voted House Bill 319. Kemp vetoed House Bill 319, which prohibits the university system of Georgia of regents from raising tuition or fees more than 3% without the approval of legislature. The Georgia House of Representatives and State Senate each passed the measures unanimously last Wednesday and the final day of the 2023 legislative session. In his veto message, Kemp said, he called the bill unconstitutional. The Georgia Constitution makes plain the authority to govern, control, and manage the university system and all systems institutions is vested in the Board of Regents. The governor wrote, because of the constitutional reservations of authority in the Board of Regents, the legislation cannot be adopted without the approval of Georgians through exercise of their franchise. So that was voted down. Bam. Shot down. Shot down to the ground. Yes. All right. Check this out. While on duty yesterday, Master Deputy Sheriff Walker Pollock was arrested by the Georgia State Patrol. He was charged with driving under the influence, failure to maintain lane, and striking a fixed object. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Or the deputy he wasn't injured either. Pollock was transported and booked into Walton County Jail. He has been served with an intent to terminate and placed on administrative leave as the Georgia State Patrol are continuing their investigation. So you should have known better, sir. You should have known better. I felt like I needed to read it because that was just dumb on so many levels. He should have known better. Let's say something good because that was stupid. Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office congratulates Deputy A. Pratt for his outstanding 15 years of service with the Sheriff's Office. Thank you for your continued dedication to serving the citizens of Gwinnett, sir. Kudos to you. Thank you. Yes, that was good news. I had to follow up some good news with that one that got drunk and ran into something. Listen, y'all stick around because I got a story. We want to find out will land that's been in a black family for 100 years be taken by eminent domain? I think this is about to get real nasty, y'all. Real nasty. Yeah, will the promised land owned by a black family in Snellville for more than 100 years be taken by eminent domain? Stay tuned. I'll be right back after the song so we can all find out what's going on. Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Oh my God, this story right here, y'all, is so disturbing to me. Oh my God. So let me just start out saying this, right? I asked my mom a long time ago, because I'm an entrepreneur and I will be one until I leave this earth. And I'm all about ownership, owning land, owning businesses, I'm about ownership. That's what I'm about. Especially when it comes to the black community. I'm about ownership because so much was taken from us. And I asked my mom one time, I said, did we ever own anything? Right? Because I don't know, like outside of houses, like I've owned a house before. My uncle owned, like my brother owns a house. One of my uncles has owned the house. Well, two of my uncles have owned the house. My aunt has owned the house. My aunt owns a house now. So we have had home ownership, right? But we haven't owned anything of significant value outside of ownership. Not that I know of in my immediate family. When I say my immediate family, between my mother's 8 brothers and sisters and their kids, especially their kids, like none of the kids outside of my brother and I have owned the house. And it's a bunch of us. So none of them, and it's, okay, so remember what I just said. My grandmother had 8 kids. And all of them had kids except for one. That was my Uncle Bubba. He didn't have any kids. And so outside of that, outside of all of the grandkids, it has only been my brother and I who own houses. And there's only been 2 uncles who've owned houses out of all of us. So 2 uncles and 2 grandkids out of everybody in that huge amount of people that have owned a house. And so I asked my mom one time, I said to her, I said, did we ever own anything? She said we owned some land at one time. I said, what happened to it? She said they took it. I said, they took the land? Now, I'm a big proponent of owning land. A big proponent. Like, my goal is to buy land. When I moved to Georgia, I had this plan. I wanted to buy 40 acres and have the mule. That was my plan. That's still my plan. But I'm disheartened right now, and I don't even know if this is true. This is in the Gwinnett Daily Post right now. And it's when I got the message yesterday, I'm like, what? I could not believe it. And I'm still kind of in shock. But I can tell you, I feel like it's about to get real messy, like real quick. So here's the headline from Gwinnett Daily Post. Gwinnett plans to use eminent domain to take promised land, property that has belonged to black family for more than 100 years. I'm going to say it one more time. One more again. Gwinnett plans to use eminent domain to take promised land, property which has belonged to a black family for more than 100 years. That broke my heart. Now, I've been to the promised land. I have. I've been there quite a few times. It is a beautiful piece of property. It has a lake on it. It has houses. We've done events on it. It's a beautiful piece of, and it's owned by black people. And when I heard this yesterday, my heart was broken. I'm like, what? And here's why my heart was broken, right? My heart is broken because our current administration is predominantly black. And in my mind, and I listen, I don't know all the details, but when I heard it, now it's in the Gwinnett Daily Post, it's in the AJC, it's all over the place. So is there not any validity to what I'm reading, to what I'm hearing? Is there not? And I think what kind of broke my heart was because I'm about ownership. Because so much has been taken from black folk, right? And to take somebody's land is like taking the oxygen out of their lungs to me. I'm telling you. And when I heard the story, I was pretty much upset. Anyway, I'm going to read you what it said in the Gwinnett Daily Post. It says, Gwinnett County acquired Maguire-Livsey House, also known as the Big House, in the Promised Land community 6.5 years ago, with plans to turn it into a historical park. But now the county officials want more land from the black family that gave them the house. So they gave them the house, I guess, and they're planning to use eminent domain to get it. Now, for those of you who don't know what eminent domain means, it means that they want the land and they're going to take it from you. Not buy it, take it, which means they're going to take your land and you got to find somewhere to go. That broke my heart, y'all. That broke my heart. Because everybody, all my little circle of people, we trying to figure out where to buy land at, how to get land. And the fact that a black family owns land that has been in their family for 100 years, and now the county is trying to take it to turn it into a park. A county, I'm disheartened about that. And I don't know the full details of the story. Anyway, it says the Livesey family acquired the Promised Land property more than a century ago and have been prominent members of the African-American community in South Gwinnett ever since. Thomas Livesey, who is now 93 years old, holds the title of being the unofficial mayor of the Promised Land. And it's historical. It's historical. And I'm like, but what? What happened? Anyway, right now it's about to get real messy. I already know it. They done got Donna McLeod involved. I already know. I know Donna. So I know this is about to be a hot mess. They getting activists involved in it. I heard somebody call like Ben what's his name? Ben Crump. I heard they were trying to get him involved. This is about to be a mess. So, Gwinnett is about to get a scar put on it right now about this. It really is, because I just, oh my God, this is so. Anyway, you want to read the full story, go to Gwinnett Daily Post. Is there. part of me can't understand why. That's to put a park. Like that's the part. Like to put you want to take the property to turn it into a park. And it's like a park. It's beautiful. It has a lake on it. It has a lot of land around the lake. They do events every year there, all kind of events for family and friends and cookouts, and it's just a beautiful piece of land that's owned by this family, and it's been in their family for 100 years, over 100 years. Okay, so what are the properties in question? So the properties in question right now include one called the apartment property, because it includes a quadplex at 4540 Lee Road in Snellville. The letter sent to the Livsey family listed it as having 2.73 acres, but the Gwinnett County Tax Assessor's Office listed it as having 3.2 acres, 3.02 acres of land, and fair market value is $472,000. Now, we all know that's a lie. Like that's just a straight lie. I don't care how you. I don't know who did that appraisal, but that is not. Listen, let me tell y'all something. You can go buy one house on a 1/16 of an acre, and it costs $500,000. So we know that's a lie already. So you telling me you got a quadplex, which means 4 apartments sitting on 3.02 acres, and it's only worth $472,000. Okay, let me say that again. We're in Gwinnett County. Let me say it one more time. You can go right now in Snellville, buy one house sitting on 1/16 of an acre and pay $500,000. One. But you got an income generating property with 4 apartments. Now the apartments in Gwinnett County right now, 15, 18, 1900 and up. That's how much the rents are. So you got 4 apartments sitting on 3.02 acres of land, and the fair market value is $472,000. You can go downtown Lawrenceville and buy a townhouse with no land. That's $400,000. So that right there, I don't believe that at all. I think that's a lie. So I'm upset about that. You don't even have to be a real estate genius to know that doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway, he said his family members, Chad Livsey, said some of the Livsey family members live in the apartment building. So that's their home. So they're going to take the land. Where the people going to go? So if the apartments are paid off and they don't have to pay rent, now you want them to leave. You're going to take the land. Where are they supposed to live at? Because Gwinnett County is expensive. Like, for real. All right, so some of the people live in the apartment building, right? He said, we don't want to sell, and we certainly don't want to sell for pennies, which is what they offered us, he said. The other property is called the lake property. This is a property that I love. This is called a lake property. Now, listen to this, y'all. This is disgusting. This is called a lake property. The property includes 7.66 acres of land, which the tax assessor's office listed as having a market value. Listen to this. 7.66 acres of land. The tax assessor's office assessed the land at $67,200. I could just fall on the floor and roll on the ground. Did y'all hear what I said? 7.66 acres of land here in Gwinnett County, and it's only worth 60. Listen, I've looked at lots to build a house, a lot. Not land, not even a half acre, not even a quarter of an acre, a lot. I looked at lots to build a house in Gwinnett County that cost more than $67,000. Matter of fact, I looked at one that was $85,000, a lot. So you saying that 7.66 acres of land cost $67,200? That's all it's worth? Come on, man. Y'all hurting me right now. This whole situation right here is hurting me. The whole situation. That whole situation is hurting me because I don't see how this could happen. I don't see why this would be a good thing. I can't see it for a park. I just don't see it. I get it. I love Gwinnett. Everybody know I love Gwinnett. I talk about it every morning. It's beautiful. We have some of the most, and I've been saying this since the day I set foot in 2013, June 13, 2013. Since I set foot in Gwinnett County. Everybody that knows me know I love Gwinnett County. It's beautiful. The parks are some of the most beautiful parks I've ever seen in my life. But to take someone's land, to take someone's heritage, to take someone's legacy, to move people out of their homes, I don't like it. And I don't agree with it. Now, I don't have all the details. There's rumors circling around that there's details that nobody knows about. But to me, eminent domain means eminent domain. So if there's other things that come into play here that does not say eminent domain, then say that. Because then people can't get mad about that. If Mr. Livesey has said, you know what, I'm donating the land to the county, then say that. I mean, his family has to deal with it, but the general public that's about to go into an uproar don't have to deal with that. Because if he said, you know what, I think everybody lazy, and that's not what he said, y'all. I'm just saying, if he said, I want to donate this land to the county, but I know my family's going to have a fit, just take it. If that's what he has said, then somebody needs to say that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if they're talking about, if Donna McLeod is on it, and I'm sure Miss Penny Poole is about to get on it, it's going to be a hot mess. I already know. I know both of them. I know how they roll. I have been in situations where they have been speaking, and I have cringed for the person they were speaking to. So, this is not a good look for Gwinnett County at all. I hope that it's more to this story than what we see in the media right now. I hope that it comes out, because right now it does not look good. It doesn't look good for county officials. And if they start talking about getting Ben Crump and all these people, it's going to be a hot mess. It's going to be election 2016 all over again, where where all eyes was on us because of the election. But it's probably going to be worse, because now you got the black community around Georgia. We're in the South. And to have ownership of land at this day and age is a big deal. Like, I have friends who have just bought like 100 acres of land in Tennessee and Mississippi because we want land. So to try to take the land, if that's what's really happening, is not a good look for Gwinnett County. It's just not. It is not a good look. And if that is the case, I'm not happy about that, because it's not a good look. And I try to stay out of politics because I just try to stay out of it. But that's not a good look, y'all. So anyway, you want to read the full story, go to Gwinnett Daily Post. You can read it all there. It's right there. The Livesey family bought 110 acres around 1920. Oh my God, they've been had it for 103 years. Ooh, that's painful. That's painful for me. If my mom was alive right now, me and her would be talking, and she would say to me, that hurts you, don't it? Because she know that hurts me. Like, I have no idea why I've always wanted to own land. I said to her I must have been I used to tell her I was a rich white woman back in the old days. And I don't know why I say that. Because I have a love for horses, and I have a love for pianos. I have a love for land. I have a love for elephants. And I can't tell you why I love any of those things. But she knew I loved land. And she would be right now talking to me saying, ooh, I know that hurt your heart. Yep, it really does. But anyway, you got some people on the case, y'all. And if they don't get this fixed real quick, it's about to get real ugly. Like, I already feel it. Already feel it's going to get ugly. I already know. I'm going to move on because I've been stuck there for a minute. All right, Gwinnett students earn top honors at the state culinary competition. Shout out to all of the students that can cook over at Gwinnett. Yes, Gwinnett County will be represented in May at the premier National High School Culinary Arts and Restaurant Management Competition in Washington, D.C. after Berkmar and Maxwell High School of Technology earned top state honors at the Georgia Pro Start State Invitational. Shout out to all the students over there for doing your thing. Make us proud, baby. Make us proud. We're going to need something. If that story I just talked about is for real, we're going to need something to take the spotlight off of us, because that is going to be a mess, a hot mess. I want to say something else, but this is a family show. It's going to be a hot mess. It is. All right, let me bring a little more cheer. It's an Easter extravaganza. Yes, it's going down 1 to 3 p.m. on Saturday. It's Easter Sundays. Easter Sunday is here, is right around the corner. They said, come join us for a extravaganza celebration at Peachtree Ridge Park football field. We will have all kinds of activities for the whole family, including an egg hunt, phase painting, bouncy houses, crafts, games, and more. This event is open to the public and it is free. So mark your calendars and make plans to join. April the 8th at 1 p.m. Peachtree Ridge Park is located at 3170 Creek Road in Swanee. Peachtree Park is located at 3170 Swanee Creek Road in Swanee. It's going to happen this Saturday at 1 p.m., 1 to 3. So take the kids out, have some fun. I needed a good story. Listen, if you are a woman in business or a man in business, we are having a networking mixer this Friday night at the Social Cosmos Pizza and Social located at 144 East Kroger Street, downtown Lawrenceville. Come out, network with the GWC Chamber of Commerce, which stands for Gwinnett Women's Chamber. Come out and network with us. We will be having some fun. Listen, I need some fun after this. I need some fun. We're going to have some fun Friday evening, 6 o'clock. We're going to be at Cosmos Social Pizza right downtown Lawrenceville. We're going to have food. It's going to be food and drinks. You got to buy your own drinks. We're going to have some charcuterie tables because Alicia, who owns the place, has said we're going to give you charcuterie tables, which I think that's really nice of her. Shout out to Cosmos. I'm always talking about them because I'm always there. That's like our nightlife. We don't have a real nightlife in Gwinnett County. She's making us one, and I love it. This Friday night, first Friday, we're going to do it every first Friday at this Cosmos Social and Pizza. Gwinnett Women's Chamber, Network, Social, and Mixer. Come out, have some fun with us, listen to great music, and let's get together. Bring some business cards, but listen, we're trying to take a time out for a second. Bring your business cards. We're going to have some fun, all right? This Friday, 6 p.m., Cosmos Pizza and Social, located downtown Lawrenceville, 144 East Kroger Street in Lawrenceville, 6 o'clock, Gwinnett Women's Chamber. Check us out, all right? All right, I'm going to my last song, and then I'm going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
I'm telling you that there ain't no other way. Pack your bags and then you will go away. I'm not gonna be begging you to stay. Said maybe if you asked me yesterday, I would handle this differently. Things are different, I'm a new me. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. So even if you're asking, even if you're asking, 'cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, telling you it ain't what I thought. Don't wanna be stuck in a spot, 'cause I don't really like what I got, so I changed it bit by bit. It's not ungrateful, just being helpful for me and you. 'Cause we gotta go our own way, gotta go our own way, yeah. This was not a good stay, gotta go our own way. 'Cause I do what I do, and it's time for something new, yeah. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Gotta know when to let go. Sometimes giving up can make you grow. Can make you grow. Can make you grow. Sometimes you know
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration. And here goes. It says, legacy is not what I did for myself. It's what I'm doing for the next generation. I felt like I needed to read this because this is important right now. Let me say it one more time. Legacy is not what I did for myself. It's what I'm doing for the next generation. Vitor Belfort said that, and he was right. You know, when I talked about the promised land, I'm passionate about that because as Black people in America, around the world, we have to fight for everything we get. Nobody helps us. Nobody gives us anything. We have to fight. I mean, fight really, really hard. To the point where a lot of us give up because we feel like the fight is not worth it anymore. And I'm getting emotional because I know how hard we fight as people to get the things that we have. I know how hard we fight as people to hold on to what we have. And no, most people don't know that. They hate us so much till they don't even know the fight, right? So when I think about legacy and I think about the work that I do, the work that I'm around, the people that I'm around who do the work, it's about legacy for us. You know, it's about leaving the next generation better than our generation. And we have to fight for that. We have to go to meetings where people smile in our face and they don't help us. You know, we go to meetings, they probably laugh behind our backs because they don't believe in us. We have to fight for everything we do. And we have to fight hard. And then we have to fight even harder to keep it. And a lot of us just don't have the strength to fight. So when I hear stuff like someone is taking something from somebody, and I don't know if the story is 100% true or not. And if it's not, then tell the truth. Because that way people don't have to get upset. If it's more than meets the eye, then tell the truth. That way you don't have, because right now it's about to be an uproar. Because the promised land is a legacy for that family. It's a legacy for the Livsey family. I'm all about legacy. I do what I do not because of me. I do what I do because I have a 4-year-old granddaughter. And of course, I want and a daughter, not just my granddaughter, and my daughter and my nephew. I do it for them. Because I know pretty soon my time is going to be up. And I don't want to have wasted my time here and not left something behind that they can pick up and run with. I just don't. So it's about legacy. So all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 53 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. Listen, if you missed any episodes of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes. And if you like this episode, buy me a cup of coffee. I need one for real. I need some coffee this morning. Normally I drink tea. Today I need coffee. I really do. But buy me a cup of coffee. I appreciate that. Listen, you guys stay safe out there. I'll be back again on Monday at 9 a.m., God willing. Until next time, my friends, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for your time. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.